Greetings from South Korea. I am Arirang News AI anchor. Here is the news making headlines today. President Lee Jae-myung and his Chilean counterpart Jose Antonio Kast held a summit in Santiago on Thursday. Upgrading the bilateral free trade agreement was a focal point of the summit. Chile was the first country to sign an FTA with South Korea in 2004, and the deal hasn't been updated since then. The leaders also agreed to promote their partnership in critical mineral supply chains, for which an MOU was signed for cooperation on mineral resources. On Friday, President Lee will hold a summit with Argentine President Javier Milei over in Buenos Aires, the final leg of his three-nation trip to South America. The Korean government will launch a Korean-style strategic sovereign wealth fund worth over $14 billion next year. According to the Ministry of Finance and Economy on Friday, the fund will invest in key strategic industries including AI, semiconductors, defense, and aerospace. This initiative aims to secure stable long-term investment returns by leveraging government assets and capturing the growing interest of global investors. Investment returns will be shared with the public by utilizing operating profits for reinvestment, government dividends, and national treasury returns. Korea's economy showed strong signs of recovery in June, with production, consumption, and investment all posting positive growth for the first time in 3 months. According to the Ministry of Data and Statistics on Friday, overall industrial production jumped 2.3% on month. This marks the sharpest increase in 6 years, when on-month growth of 2.9% was seen in June 2020. June's growth was largely driven by a 4.5% rebound in semiconductor output and a 15.4% jump in automobile production. Retail sales, a key indicator of private consumption, climbed 2.7% on the back of strong automobile and electronic sales. Prime Minister Han Sung-suk has ordered government agencies to remain on high alert, warning that scorching temperatures in Korea could intensify further next week. Speaking at a government meeting on heatwave and drought preparedness on Friday, Han urged ministries to do everything possible to minimize the impact of the prolonged heat. She calls for enhanced protection of vulnerable groups, better access to cooling shelters for outdoor and delivery workers, and close monitoring of water supplies in drought-prone areas. The Prime Minister also urged the public to avoid outdoor activities during the hottest part of the day. U.S. President Donald Trump has stated that an agreement has been reached with Hamas for their complete disarmament, a move he calls a historic breakthrough toward lasting peace in Gaza. In a post on Truth Social, Trump announced that the Board of Peace, an organization he established to oversee Gaza's reconstruction, had reached an agreement with Hamas and other groups in the enclave for their complete disarmament. Trump called the deal a monumental step, saying it would pave the way for Gaza to be governed by a new Palestinian administration working alongside the Board of Peace to rebuild the territory. Hamas confirmed the agreement, marking a major shift after years of rejecting calls to disarm. However, Israel has yet to officially endorse the agreement. U.S. officials told reporters that President Trump would be very disappointed if Israel failed to uphold the agreement. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.